Oh yes, psych. Oh man, we got the opponent with the shame scoop. What is up, Slayerinos, and welcome back to the Slayer's Den. It is your boy Slay Anything, and today we are playing a janky mono blue deck. This deck has a lot of really cool things going on in it, so we'll do a quick deck breakdown and then let's get into some hopefully pretty fun matches. So this mono blue deck is built around Vesuvan Duplimancy, which is a card we've played numerous times by now. It's a 4-mana enchantment that basically allows us to create tokens of our creatures whenever we target them with a spell. So some of the ways we benefit from Vesuvan Duplimancy in this deck include creatures like Aether Channeler, which for 3 mana is a really cool card. It gives us 1 of 3 abilities. We can create a bird creature token with flying. We get to return a target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, or we get to draw a card. So there's a lot of flexibility here. Even cooler, when we have Vesuvan Duplimancy out, we also get to use its ability multiple times because we'll be creating tons of copies of this. Another creature we'll be copying is Haughty Djinn, which is super awesome because the power level on this card scales up depending on the number of instant sorcery cards in our graveyard, so this thing can get super huge since we're running so many instants and sorcery spells. Another creature we've got is Overcharged Amalgam. This creature is absolutely crazy. Ever since Innistrad first was released, this basically allows us to counter a target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability, which is really cool in my opinion. It does come with an exploit cost, so that means we do have to sack a creature when it enters the battlefield. However, with Vesuvan Duplimancy, we can essentially have like 1 mana counter spells in the deck because we would just play like a shore up on Overcharged Amalgam. It'll create a clone token of itself, and we can just sack that token to itself to counter a spell or ability. And at the very top end, we've got Tolarian Terror, which is just crazy because we do have a lot of instants that are going into our graveyard, so this thing will usually cost pretty cheap, and also is a 5/5 ward too, so that's nothing to scoff at either. It's a great target for our spells when we have Vesuvan Duplimancy out because it is so powerful and has a really kind of nice buffer with the ward too. But yeah, aside from all the cool creature shenanigans we've got going on, we've got a bit of tempo going, we've got some Fading Hopes, we've got some counter spells in Make Disappear and Ertai Scorn, and then we've got some card draw in cards like Impulse and Thirst for Discovery so that we can filter through our deck. Overall, as I mentioned, this deck is a jank deck. That means we are probably not going to be ultra competitive in the ranked queue, but it does mean that we'll probably be some play queue heroes because of all the fun shenanigans we can do. Is usually pretty unexpected as well, so I really hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm super duper hyped to get into these matches, so without further ado, let's play some Magic the Gathering. Blue Moon. Alright, sure, we'll hold on to this one. Ooh, mono blue matchup. Let's go. You saw me standing alone. Go next on the turn. Opponent is not drawing instants and sorceries, which is great for us. Do we play Delver here? I think we'll try out a Delver here. A Delver. Thirst for Discovery. Wow, it's like my deck. Pretty much exactly my deck right here. Go and block. That's a trade I'll make any day. Need this, and we'll just go next. Then the turn. Okay. I'll likely Thirst for Discovery on the end of my opponent's turn, so feels good, man. And also feels a little sad, man. We're just gonna have to figure out this whole tempo, the whole tempo shenanigans that are going on. Now the question is, do I want to Thirst for Discovery EOT opponent's turn, or will I be able to do something else here? Alright, so we're gonna go and Thirst for Discovery here. And I kind of want this island, so what else would I drop here? Ooh, this one's tough, though. This one is tough. I think we're just gonna have to drop the islands. Yeah, we dropped the island here. We do have an Otawara. That's kind of nice as well. Alright, so we go Duplimancy, or we can go Haughty Djinn. If we go Haughty Djinn, we can also protect it with a Planar Incision. That's something to consider for sure. Alright, we're gonna go Haughty Djinn here. Just gonna play this. Go next on the turn. No blocks, take the 5. My turn. Spell Pierce goes away. Good for us. Alright, let's go in Combat Research. Start off. Gives us the way to have some recurring card draw. Go next. For 1. Draw us a card. Pretty sweet. And do we dare go for Haughty Djinn number 2? Big question here. The switch and go and counter flip the switch, and then let's draw out a Spell Pierce. I'm assuming they dropped this Spell Pierce because they've got another one. There we go. So that's 2 counter spells we get rid of from their hand. So that's that actually doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, there we go. So that's 2 counter spells and a 2/2 token, but yeah, that is what it is. Keep burning counter spells. Can we get some more counter spells out your hand? Alright, so what have we got rid of? 2 Spell Pierce, flip the switch, and a Make Disappear. Alright. We're going to take 7 here, but opponent is not going to be able to really stop us from executing our game plan, which is kind of nice. Good times. Good times to be had by all. Okay, this gives us Haughty Djinn blocker, or do we go, I think we tap this, and we go Aether Channeler, and do we draw a card or create a 1/1? I think we create a 1/1 and that can be a blocker. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go Haughty Djinn as well. Yeah, we'll go Haughty Djinn as well. There's no 1 mana creature counter spells, which is kind of nice for us. A deck full of counter spells. Who would have known? Okay, let's see. I think we'd safely impulse here. Grab one of these bad boys. I think we're just gonna go next. And we're gonna do no attacks. We're gonna end the turn here. The opponent gets to look at their top 4. Maybe another counter spell. Okay, let's go Overcharged Amalgam here. And then we can draw out like an Ertai Scorn, or what else do they have? Another Flip the Switch. Syncopate. Okay, that's fine. Syncopate's gone. So their mana is not that great at this moment. Okay, we're gonna go pass. They're tapped down. Do we want to take another 5 is kind of a big question as well. We're gonna do, yeah, we do no blocks here. Sad to say. My turn. Tap that. Let's play a Vesuvan Duplimancy. I think we could probably play this on here to create 1/1 blockers. Is that kind of what we want to do here? Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Create some more 1/1 blockers. Go next. Okay, we're gonna start swinging in. Okay, another terror. Sure. Go and pass the blockers. Oh man, what do we want to do here though? This is kind of a big question as well. Do we go for a second Djinn or do we go for an Aether Channeler here? Okay, they counter it. Still got the ability. I think we actually draw a card here, or do we create a blocker? Let's draw a card. Let's go an impulse. Okay, this is kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I think we take this right here. Okay, okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. We've got some action on the board. We're just going to go next. Do we have to keep all these blockers out? I think we might have to. I could swing in for 6 and threaten something as well. Shoot, there's so many good game plans here. Okay, so if we go 6, we bring him down to 9. Then we would have to create... All right, I'm going to do it, actually. Is this a good idea? Actually, no. We actually have to play kind of safe here. We got to play kind of safe here. Okay. Play Overcharged Amalgam. I was really deciding on this one. Okay, so do we lose this? Let's see. Okay, resolve, decline, resolve. Going to pass, I guess. We'll go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. A Vesuvan Duplimancy here. Get some more counter spells out of their hand, potentially. This is a really, really tough one. Opponent's making us work for this. Oh my god. If they don't have a bounce spell, are they dead? Oh, what? Oh my god, yes. Woo. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Wow, that was insane, right? That was it was like perfectly set up for us to do 15 damage there. Wow, that was absolutely wild. We had 7 like instants and sorceries in our card in our graveyard, and then the +1/+1 counter off of our Planar Incision did just enough to kill our opponents. Holy smokes, that was crazy. So feeling this blue clone deck very much so. Vesuvan Duplimancy absolutely did some crazy work there. GG opponents. That game was wild. Now we're gonna have to go against Kobold Fight Club. All right, this hand is fine. We got card draw. Once again, we can cast everything in our hands, so feels pretty good.
Feels pretty good.
Opponent is on. Is that? Go next on the turn, and I'm thinking we're probably just gonna have to like turn 4 Haughty Djinn, hold up, slip out the back or shore up. Probably gonna be our biggest game plan here. See what the opponent's gonna do. Most likely cast something. Exile the top cards. You're gonna play those cards this turn. Okay, super interesting. That's kind of cool. You don't really see this card that often, which is, in my opinion, very, very cool. Alright, so what do we want to see here? We have the option to get a 5th land, or we could grab a Delver and start doing some stuff. Overcharged Amalgam's also pretty sick. Haughty Djinn number 2. Pretty powerful as well, so I don't know, I'm pretty torn. Haughty Djinn number 2 seems kind of cool because it's more than likely they've got plenty of removal. A well-timed Overcharged Amalgam could be pretty sick too, though. Alright, we're gonna go an Amalgam just because we already do have a Djinn in hand. Gonna play this, and yeah, let's go and bounce that. Seems like a pretty good game plan to me, mostly because they might have a combo that necessitates them playing Ariath, so kind of is what it is.
Play with fire.
Okay. Ooh, we've got our Duplimancy up too, which is kind of nice. Alright, I'm going to play... I think I'm going to play Haughty Djinn here. And just kind of hope and pray for the best. Oh, okay, cool. Like a little Izzet. Little Izzet deck. Alright, I'm cool with this. Sure. Oh man, okay. It's a lot of damage. That's here. Does a ton of damage, by the way. My turn. Alright. So not drawing the lands definitely hurt us quite a bit there. We could still thirst for discovery and do something. All right, we're just gonna go next. We're gonna do no attacks on the turn. Can't be taking super types of damage here. All right, so they got 2 creatures that they just exiled, which is kind of sick. Oh man, Ariath is actually pretty busted, especially in a spells deck, now that I think about it, right? Alright, let's see if they got a Fading Hope. They do not. Okay. Let's go on Thirst for Discovery here. We need to find some lands. Line, I'm going to drop a Combat Research and a Slip Out the Back, I guess. For that. Next, we're going to do no attacks, and we're going to end the turn here. So what does this do? That's an instant or sorcery spell, huh? Oh, okay, no attacks. That's actually pretty good for us. It's actually very good for us. Alright, we're gonna play Vesuvan Duplimancy. Now we can just counter on demand now, so it's kind of sick. Okay, so +1, +1, +2, +0, +2, +0, and +1, +0. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I guess we need to figure out how we want to handle this. This does have trample as well, and I've only got 1 shot to really. This is lethal. This 8, 9, 10, 15 -7 is 8. Yeah, so it's lethal unless I hold up the blockers. Then, all right, they're getting 4 cards. Looks like. Okay. It's like we're doing this. Okay, so let's kill that. Kill that. Kill this. Take 4. Almost certain they have a burn spell for us, but let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's do our Thirst for Discovery first. Drop one of these bad boys. Alright, do they have regular burn spells here? I think they do. Oh yeah, they've got Play with Fire. Okay, so Ertai Scorn will likely have to save us. Just gonna go next. No attacks on the turn. Brr, 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 brr. Okay. Ertai Scorn. Or Play with Fires. Maybe Thunder Strikes as well. Okay. Let's see. Yep. That's gonna happen. It's also gonna happen, I think. Let's see. Alright, alright. When it's passing. Grab another Scorn. Alright, I'm being greedy here. We're gonna do it. Opponent has to block here. Oh, you guys, so tense. This match is so tense. Oh my god. Okay. Balmor gets through. Blockers. Oh man, we did it. Oh my god, we did it. GG. Wow. Oh, that was such a chop, guys. That, my friends, was a Haughty Djinn chop. That was so awesome. Oh man, these things got so thick. And Vesuvan Duplimancy once again did so much work. Yeah, I love that we are revisiting Djinn from our first Dominaria United Standard deck and found a way to make it really thrive. So GG Cobalt Fight Club. Okie dokie, this is a pretty rough hand. We've got 3 lands, which is obviously nice, but everything else feels very weak. This is all stuff to do with Vesuvan Duplimancy, but we actually need some action. So This is a tough one. I think we keep it because of the lands. And I know that sounds very foolish, but I think that because we do have a lot of the combo pieces here, it feels nice to have this all set up. It might prove to be pretty useful. It was nice going first, too, so it gives us some options. These sleeves are pretty sick.
Pretty sick. Galagreeters.
Okay. There's not much we can do about Galagreeters, which means you're going to get their ramp on. They're going to get a lot of craziness going on, but we do have a counter spell in hand now, so we might be able to do some work. Can stop maybe a saucy turn 3, turn 4 play here.
So we shall see.
Alright, so you're going to get 2 1/1 creatures here. Tokens deck, very scary for us. Okay, so you got a treasure token and +1/+1 counter. We take 2. Yeah, that's a something. Yeah, I think we just played this and hold up the Scorn for like something. I feel like this is the turn where they're gonna want to do something saucy. All right, so that's something you definitely have to take care of. You can't let that wild too much. We will take 4 here, unfortunately, but I think it's worth it. All right, my turn.
There's a land.
Oh, shucks. Okay. So we can go like this, keep up a land, or we go Thirst for Discovery, which I think is what I kind of want to do. I want to look for some threats. Okay. So that's a 4/4. Take 4. And we might just be in trouble here. Going against an aggro deck is pretty scary. Alright, so let's go ahead and Thirst for Discovery. Okay. We're going to drop an Otawara and a Vesuvan Duplimancy, I think. And my turn. So we got an Ertai Scorn. We go Delver of Secrets. Hold up Ertai Scorn, maybe? Opponent's holding up mana, but they don't... I can't imagine they have much. Maybe some kind of instant speed removal spell, but even that seems a little sus. Alright, so we're going to go next. You're going to end the turn.
Going to end the germ.
Maybe we can counter like a Jet Mirror or something like that. Alright, that seems pretty rough.
That seems pretty rough.
Do they have instant speed creature token makers? Don't think so. Alright. So if we block here and shore up, we should be okay. Let's see how this works. Maybe they have like a Tameo safekeeping. If they have that, then we might just be screwed here. But we get it out of their hand. Like I said, this is not probably what you call the most winnable game, but this is a game in Magic the Gathering Arena. Let's use Tameo safekeeping here. Oh, Valorous stance. Okay, cool.
Quite valorous.
All right, so maybe, just maybe, this is not a great matchup. This is a good enough hand, I think. We've got card draw, counterspell. Turn 3, some flexibility there with what we do with that. Island, go. Okay, so we might be going against some mono red.
Fun times.
Okay, Boros. Let's play this, go next on the turn. Then we get ourselves a little saucy make disappear. Other selfless samurai, huh? Okay. Let's Going Impulse. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 lands already. Let's go for the card draw spell. Okay, do we card draw or do we Aether Channeler here? Stop the bleeding. Okay, we're gonna go Aether Channeler here. We'll just bounce one of the Samurais back, I guess. Get to draw out a burn spell. Really, we're just trying to slow things down a bit. Waste their kind of valuable mana as well. Okay, another Selfless Samurai, of course, of course. Okay, we are at 4 mana here, and yeah, we're just gonna go next. So you're going to end the turn. Now, if they have like a Raiju or something, this is perfect time to... Go take 4.
Sure. Sure.
I'm sorry to hear that. What does the Starry Captain even do? And plus 1% for each Samurai Warrior control. Oh, okay. Sick. Sick tricks. Alright, so we can go Haughty Djinn, which would be pretty cool, and Overcharged Amalgam would be kind of sick as well. I think we go Haughty Djinn here, just because it's a pretty decent blocker. So 5, and then we get to Haughty Djinn, and then hold up Thirst for Discovery for a little bit cheaper, so not too shabby. Kumano. Okay. Take 1. Okay, sure. Yeah, we block here. We've got another, good. We do that, just 3. Do this, so we still get the mana. Going to discard a Planar Incision and a Slip Out the Back. Yeah, we'll do that. With some creatures. Take 2. Let's play Haughty Djinn. Delver Secrets. Now we have 2 blockers. Can hold up a Make Disappear as well. Like I said, if they got a Raiju or even another Asari Captain, that's fine. Okay. Reveal. Okay, we're gonna go in Thirst right now. Look for some action. Drop in islands. Blaze said islands, and yeah, we're gonna do no attacks on the turn. Got a little blocker for Etching of Kumano as well. Okay, let's see here. I think we should go next. We end the turn. So Asari. Throwing these bad boys in play. Line. Swing in. There we go. All of a sudden, we're good to go. Versus play eats. Okay, so let me see. 2 damage, 2 damage, and okay. If we do that, I think we're okay, actually. I think we're okay. My turn. Next. Swing in. End the turn. One gains a life. Okay, that's where we Counter. My turn. Goes down to 13. And the turn here. So we got counter spells. We got those kinds of spells. Alright, Planar Incision. Let me see. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay. And we're going to go my turn. Okay. Let's go combat research. Do a little research. Draw a card. Okay, that is a card. We still have a few answers. None that are quite so clean, though. Build text low, exile top card, you may play that card this turn. Okay. Sure. Yep. Can't do much about that, but we can block. When it's stuck on planes, which is beautiful for us. Going to swing in for 8. Draw a card. Island Haughty Djinn. Then we've got counter spells galore. Yeah, we should have this one. Nice. Oh man, that was so close. This deck definitely provides a lot of clutch wins. Yes, let's freaking go. All right, this deck is putting in some work against some of the jankier decks, but yeah, you can see just how powerful it can be. We can kind of come back from nowhere, even down to 5 life against pretty aggressive burn aggro deck. So, GG, opponent. Alright. Pretty decent hand. We have a turn 2 make disappear. It always feels pretty good. Control their werewolf. Gain life equal to its power. Okay. Let's see. The beginning of that's fine. It's a 1/1. I think we can potentially handle the 1/1. Let's go Haughty Djinn. This is kind of greedy, but it's the kind of greed that can pay off if it stays on the board. So it's something we gotta do. All right, take 2. Okay, we have 4 mana now. We just go next. We do no attacks at the turn. Yep. It's gonna be one of them games. Alright, let's start off with a good old thirst for discovery to help me kind of figure out what needs to go in the yard. Alright, it's pretty good action there. We put up a make disappear, I think. Oh no, that's a 1 mana counter spell for us. And let's put up a... I guess we... God. Oh man, that's so much good shit though, huh? Okay. Alright, well we block Pack Song Pup at least. That's fine. We had a handful of counter spells at one point, which is kind of sick. Okay. So they'll lose the Pack Song Pup, gain some life, that's fine. My turn. This. It's gonna swing in for 4 here. Play a Terror. Hold up protection. This could potentially be a 6/6 if we need it to be. Oh yes. Psych. Oh man. We got the opponent with the shame scoop. Yes. Alright. Well, We got some pretty good play queue matches, some interesting sample sizes. You know, not anything too powerful in the meta, but we did get to kind of see what the deck got to do. So we'll get into the deck breakdown right meow. Alright Slayers, this looks like the perfect place to end today's video, and we did it. We jammed Vesuvan Duplimancy into another deck. I'm going to keep doing it until we find just the most perfect jank deck. This card might actually be my next, you know, Mutate or Nexus World Tree combo. It's just a card that can be splashed into a lot of different colors, and if you build around it correctly and are allowed to resolve it, it's just such a fun card, such a fun janky card to play. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. There was a lot of really cool things we got to do. We got to do the Duplimancy with all of our creatures and build huge boards and swing it over the top. There are a lot of clutch games here. Now, as far as if you guys should build this one, this is a really fun deck. There is sort of like a version of this out there in the current meta. It's a mono blue tempo deck. It doesn't use a lot of the janky stuff we're using here. I'm sure there's a way to configure this so that way you can actually make it a little bit more competitive. At this point, you can tell that I just kind of jammed a bunch of stuff in here. Kitchen table magic style, and we got some pretty hilarious wins. So if you guys have the cards already, go for it. If you don't, I wouldn't burn my wild cards on this deck. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for taking the time out of your day to check this video out. I really appreciate it, Slayers. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Slayers Den community. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to smash that like button below, and to help you stay up to date with my upcoming videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks again, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Slayers.